I don't know. I'm gonna throw this video up on the Entertainment Guy channel. I just wanted to give like sort of an update of sorts. So I've installed a stepper on my phone. I've already proven that they're not entirely accurate. They're kind of accurate, not entirely. Because of the fact that I put myself on a diet about a month ago, and so far I've lost 21 pounds, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I want to say 30 pounds above where I want to be. I am 30 pounds above where I was 5 years ago. And as you get older, it gets tougher. It's not an easy journey. And then the fact that I'm a YouTuber means, yeah, I'm going to get that public ridicule. I know yesterday on Tim and Sid Sixero, they put up a poll on how much he weighed, and everybody said he's over 210, and he was all PO'd about it. So he jumps on the scale, and he's 207, but of course that's fully dressed. So today he's like, yeah, well, I'm more than less than that because, I had all my clothes on, shoes on, and all that. So he's right. But it is part of the oddity that is the whole internet. I don't want to say celebrity thing because I'm not a celebrity. I'm just a regular guy. The subscribers that I get along best with are the people who'll just walk up to me and start talking and just be normal. Anybody who goes, oh man, that'd be great, kind of starstruck, not as much. It's kind of strange, and I don't respond well to it. I'm just a guy who pointed a webcam at himself 5 years ago and started talking. That's how I see it. And over the last 3.5 years, I've made some money doing it. So I'm very, very proud. And now, my wife and I are looking at taking the kids to Disneyland in the winter. And then I'm already trying to figure out exactly how we're going to do the next Vegas trip. And making it bigger and better than the last one. Because that's really kind of the key, right? But along the way, I want to make sure I'm in the best shape I can be. And, again, the trick is, and the reason I'm doing this is because I've had people asking, so what have you done? Okay, French fries are gone. If it's potato chips, chocolate bars, anything like that, they're gone. The amount of calories I'm taking in, I could have a chocolate bar every day, wouldn't have a negative impact, but I don't want to leave that door open. What's been the problem in the past has been that, I'll drop the weight and either I'll get frustrated by something in my personal life, or I get tired of it. I get tired of the constant watching what I eat and making sure I do this and this and this. And I'm not going to do that this time. The helper has been this. So when I first got the treadmill, it was a pain, literally. I would do about 200 calories worth of walking. And I don't care if it's walking or running or what you're doing. If you're burning calories, you're burning calories. That's what matters. It would be nice if I was a guy who lifted weights, but I don't. I really, really don't. I really completely don't. Well, since Vegas, I cranked up the calories I burn on that to 500. Now, there's a side effect to that, which is I've got blisters on my feet, and I end up with some pretty nasty limping going on too a lot of the time. But then I step on the scale and go, well, I lost another pound, and that keeps it going. And the fact that it's a treadmill helps. I've always enjoyed having a treadmill in the past. I didn't drag one around with me when I moved from house to house. I didn't take it from my old apartment way back when. But a treadmill is always the best thing for me because when I was in high school, I was a long distance runner. I would just go on runs. That's what I do. I just put on a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, and I'd be like, all right, Mom, I'm going for a run. All right. And then I would just run in random directions. And I have no idea how far I ran. I wouldn't even pay much attention to for how long. The only reason I had my watch was to go, okay, I started at 2 o'clock. It's now 3 o'clock. I've continually moved further away from the house. If I don't turn around and start jogging back, I'm going to make this really bad for myself and I'm going to be home really late. So that's all I cared about. Same thing with a bike. I could get on the bike and ride for hours, and I would just pick a random direction and ride. Now, I'm not about to start doing that now. 46 years of age is not 16, and I'm well aware of that. And so I have to stay within a realm that I'm comfortable with. And 500 calories, honestly, I mean, yeah, the blisters suck, but you know what? When you know you're losing that weight, when you know you're getting into better shape, worth the blisters. Today was bad. I developed 3 new ones today, so that was fun. But again, it's worth it. And when it comes to what I am eating, I make sure cheese is good. Cheese will fill you up, provides you with calories, and there's plenty of nutrients in cheese. And meat. So if you're going to get a burger, if you get it without the bun, you're probably better off. I've done that. There have been cheeseburgers I've eaten where I only eat half the bun rather than the whole thing. When we were in Las Vegas, I did get off the diet because it just wasn't going to work. The idea of they had a full spa and gym at the area, but I was like, geez, I don't really want to go and do an hour's worth of working out at the area. And then we had this really nice. I had paid the extra money for access to this sort of a buffet snack kind of area at the area, and so while I'm in there, I was like, yeah, I don't know, and Yvonne said, look, you're on holiday, it's only a week, just eat whatever you want. So I didn't eat as much as I would usually, but I ate sweets and I ate snacks, and I gained 1 pound while we were gone, which honestly, if you weigh yourself throughout the day, and I don't recommend that because it'll drive you nuts, your weight can vary by pound and a half. I've found some days my weight varies by 2 pounds. And usually as the day goes along, you'll find your weight's going up as you're eating food and all this other wonderful stuff. But there's a lot of work left for me to do. I'm nowhere near done. There is no magical formula to it. I've done it before. I've done it exactly the way I'm doing it now. I did it before. It was faster before. I remember in the first month, the last time I went on one of these you can call it a crash diet, but it's not because I'm still eating. But I completely changed my diet. I completely changed my exercise routine. And I remember people going, is he sick? Because I lost a total of 40 pounds, and I think it took me 6 weeks. It was fast. So that if somebody was gone for a few weeks and came back or hadn't seen me in about a month, they would look me up and down and go, holy crap, what happened to him? But you can't say that to somebody. You can't walk up to me and go, hey, looks like you might have cancer. You got cancer? No, just a diet? Good for you. Forget I asked you if you had cancer. So people would ask friends, and my ex would get asked, and I would have people coming in going, so people think you got cancer, just so you know. So yeah, that's the non-fun side of it. Because the other part of the issue I have is, like, right now where my weight is, I notice I've lost the weight here. My face looks thinner. Definitely don't have as much of a problem with the stomach that I had a month and a half ago, and that's what finally made me say, my God, Shannon, get it together. Which is why I ordered this sucker, and that wasn't cheap. That was almost $500. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna do it because it's worth it. It's my health, so I'm gonna do this. And if I do it in the house, then I can do videos in the morning, and as soon as I'm done the 3rd video, I have to jump on this. And that's why on the hockey channel there's always a split between the 3rd video and the 4th video of the day, because there has to be. If I don't have a set routine where I do videos, then the workout, and then go back and do another video if I need to, I won't do it. I know myself. I have to stay in that habit. I have to continue to do it, or I'll stop. And I'll be like, and the other thing I have to watch out for is, going into a store and going, oh my God, I'm so hungry. It wouldn't kill me to get a snack. I've earned it. I lost some weight. I've earned it. I can cheat a little bit. I'll be fine. No, that's what always ends up happening, and it gets ugly. And then the other thing that happened last time I said I would do this was that, when I was doing research online, my age can be problematic for the whole getting into shape and doing all this, because it can increase your risk for heart attack. And I'm well aware that the more weight that I lose, the more that decreases my chances of certain health problems. But my brain heard that and went, okay, Shannon, you're already panicking as it is. You don't need to add further panic. So I stopped. And I got discouraged. And then I don't think that just being a YouTuber has helped either, where I'm not doing the manual labor I was 3 years ago. And then, last year when I was working just as a first aid attendant, well, I was walking around and I was probably getting my steps in. I didn't have a stepper on my phone at the time, but I was probably getting my steps in, but it wasn't the same. So rather than burning, I would say at my old job, I might have burned 600-800 calories a day at work. That crashed to like nothing when I did YouTube full time. So even though I wasn't eating a lot, and I wasn't, when you're not burning those calories, and when your metabolism slows down because you're getting older, it kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. Really sucks. And I'm at that age where you naturally tend to gain weight. There's a reason why guys standing behind a bench in a hockey game or any sport, you go, looks like the coach has gained a couple of pounds. And that's usually the case. There are some that manage to maintain that weight loss, whether it's through fast metabolism or they just have a really good workout routine or they have a life coach, whatever they've got. It's tricky. It is very tricky. So there you go. I just wanted to I'll throw this up on the Entertainment Guy channel just as sort of an update and as sort of an encouragement to anybody who might be going through this too, because I understand that when you look at the difference between men and women, men don't have that pressure that women do. Women, there's far more attached to their looks than there is to anything else. So if a woman doesn't look good, a man's less likely to listen to her. Men don't really have that much of a problem. And that I've noticed going back to when I was a kid and I'd watch TV shows and a lot of different sitcoms would have the overweight husband who made all the wisecracks, and the wife would be very skinny and good looking. And I remember thinking, and I remember asking my mother at one point going, Mom, do women find like really heavy guys attractive? Because guys don't really find like really heavy women attractive. Does it work the other way? And she said, no, we don't. She said, that's just TV. And I was like, oh, okay. So, there is sort of a standard that's been there. But for me, because I'm on YouTube, because I'm on online, there's definitely a standard. There's definitely a case for me being put more through the ringer than I would be if I was still working at my old job, where people really wouldn't care. They really don't care. But when you're a public figure and you're on YouTube, people are going to notice. And every little thing gets noticed. And I've definitely seen that over the years, that any little thing that'll be like, oh, well, yeah, there's that small, nobody will notice that. And then I'll post a video and people are like, I noticed this in this video. What the hell's going on? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, they noticed. All right, never mind. So, and it comes down to what you're wearing. It comes down to lighting, everything. And lighting can make you look terrible or make you look good too. I don't use makeup though in my videos. A lot of YouTubers do. So, and that's both the dudes and the girls. They both seem to use a lot. And I notice a lot of product on a lot of the bigger YouTubers. So maybe I'm behind the scale. That maybe I'm behind the, you know what I mean, behind the times. Or I'm just old and it really doesn't matter. But hey, I feel good about, getting into better shape, and I'm excited about the rest of this year. And I never got rid of my skinny clothes. I kept them because I kept them there's a drawer that's dedicated to them in my dresser, and I kept saying to myself, I'm going to wear these again. It's going to happen. I'm not going to be one of these people that goes, well, never wear that again, and just forget it. No, I'm not going to do that. So thank you guys for all your support, for subscribers who've been there for me the whole way along. And, I'm happy to share my progress. And I'll say this too. Both my wife and myself, we found we hit a plateau before we went on holiday. We went on holiday. We didn't really track anything. And we went back to our usual kind of usual way of doing things. And then when we came home, went right back onto the strictest of strict diets, we've seen huge results. So it's almost as if because we took a week off and we didn't worry about it, and then we went back to it, that it benefited us, and in some way it kicked things into gear. So, if I hit another plateau, maybe I'll just say, I'll do the treadmill, but I'll drop the treadmill down to 2,000 calories again, and just let it go a little bit. I was reading today that 3,500 calories equals a pound of fat. That's ridiculous. And yes, I said ridiculous because I'm a big Rick and Morty fan. That is just insane. That's too much. Metabolism's, that's got to change, because that's stupid. But anyways, there you go. Thank you guys for all your support. As I said, should be fun from here. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happen upon this video. And again, by sharing this with people and by putting it out there, it means I got to stick to it too. Because I've got almost 120,000 subscribers on the hockey channel, and I've got almost 9,000 subscribers on this one, some of which may be carryovers from one channel to the other. And so I see it as sort of it's a duty of mine to make sure that I stick on this path I'm on, and by other people knowing about it, it definitely helps as well. Big difference from 5 years ago when I'm just by myself all the time and single. And when you're single and you're broke and you're miserable, girls don't like you so much. So, I gave up on the whole I'm going to be in great shape, this is good. Because at some point I was like, yeah, so I'm at the best shape I've been in for years, but who cares? So I don't have that problem this time. Everything's going pretty well, and now I've just got to make sure I stick with it. Thanks for all your support, and I will talk to you again soon.